What's happening, guys, and welcome to Ask the Pro, the show that aims to answer all your footballing questions. And today I thought I'd make a quick video as I'm sat in my car, and right now I'm just waiting for the charge to finish. So I thought, why not go through some of the comments you guys have been sending and some of the questions you've been asking. And one of the questions I get asked the most is how to get over disappointment, or how do I get over disappointment. It's a very hard thing to try and get over. It's a very hard thing to try and get over, because in football it's full of them. It's full of ups and downs all the time. Even when you do achieve your goal to make it as a professional footballer, it's still full of ups and downs, and you need to know how to deal with it, and you need to know how to get over it as soon as possible. So I'm going to try and answer this question to the best of my ability. I'm going to use examples from my career, examples from my letdowns or my disappointments, and I'm going to see if you guys can relate to it, and maybe it will help you out to get over your disappointment. There's many forms of disappointments in football, but I'm going to use going on a trial as an example in this video. Like you've been on a trial and you've just been told the devastating news that the coaches are not going to take it any further. You're not going to get offered a contract, you're getting released, or whatever it may be. It is heartbreaking and it's devastating news to take. So I'm going to use that as the example in my video, because I've been in that situation, and I felt all the feelings that come with disappointments, you know. So I have the experience to talk to you about and try and advise you how to get over it. So the first thing I'll say is accept what has happened. It's easier said than done, but accept what has happened. Don't beat yourself up over it, and don't make a scene out of it as well. For example, if the coaches said sorry, but we're not going to take it any further, don't let it get to your heart too much, and don't start acting out and start making a fool out of yourself. Start letting your emotions run wild and start acting out, shouting and being angry at the coaches, asking silly questions. Yes, of course, you can challenge it, but challenge it in a nice way, like ask questions. So why do you feel, how did you come to this decision? I felt I done well, but say it in a nice, polite way. Don't get angry and be like, I was the best player in that game. I'm the best player here. How can you guys are blind. How can you not offer me nothing? You're going to regret this. I'm going to make sure you're going to regret this, and stuff like that. Don't act out like that, because football is a tight-knit community. You know what I mean? People talk, and 1 minute you see this coach here, the next minute you see him at another team. So before you start shouting out, just have a think. Just have a think about it. Relax, accept what has happened, ask questions, and then try to get past it. You could go for another trial, and guess what? He's the coach of that team, or he knows someone there, or words get around and it's not a good look. So as hard as it is, try to stay calm and try to take the disappointment and thank them for the trial. Be always respectful, be thankful, and just ask nice questions like how can I improve, or what do you think went wrong, and just move on. I've been there on trial, and I know what it feels like, and I know you've got so much emotion, and sometimes you want to shout, and sometimes you've got so much things you want to say to them, especially if you thought you was treated unfairly, and if you thought you wasn't given the right opportunity. You know, just let them know politely and just move on from it. Yeah, try and accept what has happened and just move on. Okay. And guys, the next thing I'll say to you is don't dwell on the past. You know, once the decision has been made, and once you know your fate, don't dwell on it. Don't go home and think about it too much. Yes, evaluate what has happened. Think about what you could have done better. Think about what went wrong. Think about the comments you had from the coaches and stuff. Yeah, take a day or two to think about it, and if you want to cry, if you want to, whatever you want to do, take a day or two to get over it. But don't dwell on it for way too long, because it's going to affect your footballing career. It's gonna affect you as a person. It's going to affect your health. You know, it's going to affect your mentality. Like I said, I've been there. I went on trial for Leicester City, and I thought it was a certainty that I was going to get a contract, and I was dealt a bitter blow. I was told that I wasn't going to be getting a professional contract. It was devastating, you know, but I didn't have no one. That's why I'm making these videos. I didn't have anyone to advise me properly, advise me or guide me in the right direction. So I just went into a state of depression. I didn't want anything to do with football. I didn't want to watch it. I didn't want to see a football. I was crying for days. I was so upset. I just couldn't get up for it for a month or two. It was just a terrible place that I was, and I just wish that I had that person to just say, lift me up. And I was hiding as well. I wasn't going out, and I was very depressed. You know, it was a terrible time, but I dealt with it wrongly. I dealt with it totally wrong, because I spent 2 months out of football, 2 months not doing anything to do with football, and I lost a lot of conditioning. I lost a lot of fitness. I lost a lot of confidence. I left, you know. The main thing to do is that do not dwell on it. Do not dwell on the past. Do not dwell on what's happened. Try to move past it. Try your best to move past it. Again, it's easier said than done, but the faster you can bounce back from the disappointment, the better. And thinking about it and overthinking about it too much is bad. Sweep it under the carpet and get ready for the next step. Yeah, guys, the next thing I'll say is to use the setback as an opportunity to learn, as an opportunity to improve. You know, the worst thing you can do in football is not to learn from your setback or not to learn from your disappointment and just let it go in vain. You know, it's heartbreaking, but the worst thing you can do is not to learn from it. The setback is an opportunity to reevaluate everything you did, whether you prepared right, whether you put in enough effort, whether your fitness wasn't good enough, whether you was nervous, or whatever it was, whether you didn't get enough rest the night before. You know, use this setback and reevaluate what went wrong and try and put it right. You know, sometimes in my case, when I went on trial for Leicester City, I thought I did everything correct. I thought I prepared right, I ate the right food, I rested right, you know, but it was unlucky that I didn't get a contract. It was 50-50. And sometimes you look to find where you could improve, and sometimes you can't find, because sometimes you just went out there and gave everything 100%. But trust me, there's always something you can find to improve on, something you can find to work on. In my case, when I thought about it, I thought I should have been more presentable. Not presentable, I should have been more approachable. I should have been more vocal. I should have spoke more. I shouldn't have acted shy too much, because obviously I was playing with Leicester City. I should have let my personality come out more. I felt because I'd have maybe got some favor if people were comfortable around me, because I was so serious and I was so focused on my football. And I was like, do you know what, I'm just so focused on my football, I'm going to not engage with anyone, because I just came here to get my contract, came here not to mess around. Everything else is a distraction. It's just a finding. This is where I thought I could have improved. It's just a little adjustment, and maybe being a bit more approachable and speaking more, asking the coaches more questions, asking how the trial was going, because I didn't really speak too much, because I was very shy. So I really took that on board. I thought about it, and I said I should be more vocal. I should be more aggressive in the way I ask for stuff, on the way I ask for the ball, the way, you know, not being mean or not being horrible, but I should have just been more aggressive, I thought. So I did evaluate it, and I did put measures in to make sure next time I go on trial, I'm a lot more vocal, and I let my presence be felt. You know, because everything else was okay, my trial, my everything else, but it's just little things that you can fine tune. And do you know what? I did that, and the next trial I had, it was a successful one. I went through it and I did very well, and I managed to get a professional contract. So never think that you cannot improve on anything. There's always something you can improve, and don't let your setback go to waste. Make sure, guys, you learn something from your setback. There's always something you can learn. And guys, finally, what I would say is set future objective. You know, what I would say is plan for the future. Getting back out there, not being afraid to put yourself in the firing line again, not being afraid to just say I'm not good enough, beating yourself up, getting nervous, saying that I'm never going to get a contract. No, that's not how to handle it. You need to get yourself right. You need to get your mentality right, because it's all about the bounce back. It's not how many times you get knocked down, it's how many times you can rise and fight again, get off the floor, dust yourself off, you know, and go again. Yes, disappointment happen. It's going to happen all through your career, even when you make it as a professional. But the most important thing is to get up and go again. Let's go again. Don't think that because one person said no, the next person is going to say no. You know, this is not a computer. People work with emotions. There's so many factors into why that trial didn't work out for you. So you need to pick yourself up, gather the courage. It's not easy. It's not really easy. Like I said, when I went to Leicester, I was gone. When they said no, I didn't want to see a football for 2 months, which was bad, you know, but I still managed to pick myself up. And it's so important that if you can do it sooner than what I did, it will benefit you so much more. You know, you need to pick yourself up, set the next goal, you know, set another target. Maybe in 2 months or 3 months, you're going to work hard and try and get another trial with another club. The worst thing you want to do is just keep hopping from trial to trial to trial to trial. That's not a good look. People see that, clubs will communicate. You know, now everything's done on computer. As soon as you type your name in, they can see that you've been here, there and everywhere. Take your time, reevaluate everything, put into place your plan into where you want to be. You know, don't be too sad. Don't be afraid to get up and try again. Don't let someone's opinion of you define who you are, okay? It should be your opinion of yourself should define who you are, okay? Have self-belief, self-confidence, motivate yourself and get back out there, get back on the pitch. Work twice as hard. If you thought you worked hard for the first trial, work twice as hard, 3 times as hard, 4 times as hard, you know? Dedicate yourself to it and go again. Don't give up. Don't give up, okay? The worst thing you can do is give up. Don't give up. There's many examples. Read some of the footballers' books. A lot of the players, even your favourite players, everyone has been through disappointment at one stage or another during their career, okay? And it's all about picking yourself up and setting future goals for yourself and saying to yourself, do you know what? It didn't happen this time, but next time, I'm going to make sure it happens. Next time, I'm going to prepare right. I'm going to do everything right and give it my best shot again. Yeah, guys. So, guys, I hope this video answered some of your questions about how to get over disappointment. I know it's a horrible thing to go through. I've been through it. I know people that have gone through it, you know, but there's always, where there's a will, there's a way. As the old saying goes, when one door closes, another door opens. If you don't open, then you have to kick it open. You understand? Don't dwell on it. Get yourself out there, fighting. Get that passion back and go for it again. Yeah, go for it again. Do not listen to other people's opinion. Don't listen to negativeness. Block all negativeness out. You know, because there will be people in your ear saying, oh, you didn't make it, you did it. There will be people that don't want you to make it. There will be people that will be telling you to give up. But don't give up. Laugh at them in the face. Pick yourself back up and work twice as hard, 3 times, 4 times, and get back on that pitch and prove to yourself, don't prove to no one, prove to yourself that yes, indeed, you are good enough. And trust me, you will get where you want to be. All right? So thank you for watching. If you guys have any more questions or any other questions you want to ask, leave it in the comment at me at my socials or my Facebook or my Instagram, and I'll do another video. I'll do my best to answer any questions you have. So please like this video, subscribe and leave a comment, turn on the notification, just in case I make a video and you miss it, and it could be a video that you really needed to watch. And I hope this video really helps you out, and all the best for whatever you're into, whatever you need to achieve, all your goals, all your best in all your goals, and put 110% into everything, and you will achieve your goals. All right, thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.